these things that the world has, sex, drugs, alcohol, lying, stealing, cheating, feigning in negative ways, right? All those negative things. I thought, those are really cool, but I know I can't do those things. God doesn't let me do those things, so I can't do them, but I know they're really fun, right? But why would God not want me to do them? Is he just trying to be a no-fun God? And I didn't realize that being in a close relationship with Jesus, spending time in his word, worshiping God with my life was amazing. So I'm going to give you an example. Anyone like Greek mythology? Anyone like Greek mythology? Awesome. Anyone seen the movie Troy? Okay, that's like my extended Greek mythology, but I stole this example. So I'm not a Greek mythology expert, okay? But in Greek mythology, there are these creatures called the sirens. Does anyone know the sirens? Okay. The sirens were these mythical creatures that were supposed to be on this passageway to this important land, right? And they had their own little island, and it was surrounded by rocks and things that would crash ships. And these creatures would sing this beautiful song. Okay, they would sing this beautiful song, and it would attract the sailors, right? And when they got too close, they would literally rip them out of their boats and kill them and eat them. Like, no joke. Cool, right? So here you heard this beautiful song, right? They're singing this beautiful song, and these sailors would hear it from afar, and all they could do they couldn't resist it. They would just come closer and closer and closer, and their boat would crash, and their crew would die, and they'd die. Okay? Well, there's two people I want to talk about who encountered these. And there was two ways that they tried to not be killed by the sirens. Okay? One was Odysseus. Okay? Odysseus had heard of the beautiful song of the sirens. He so desperately wanted to just hear it. He wanted to see what it was about. And in a lot of ways, his curiosity is like our curiosity with the world. And was mine and yours. I just want to see what this stuff is about, right? I know I'm not supposed to do it, but is God really just holding out on me? Or is God have my best interest in mind? So Odysseus, he gets his crew ready. He ties himself to the mast with tons of rope, right? And he has his crew, okay, put wax in their ears so they can't hear. So he's going to sail by so that he can hear it, but his crew can't. Does that make sense? Okay? So his crew has wax in their ears so that they can't hear the sound. He's tied to the mast, and he's instructed his crew, don't change course, do not go towards them. Get just close enough so that I can hear, but we're just going to go right on past. Okay? Because he thought that this siren song was a beautiful thing that he had to hear. Right? So, he does that, and as soon as he gets in earshot of these sirens, he starts flailing and screaming and trying to, he's tired, right? He's flailing and screaming and trying to get his crew, go closer, I want more. He's telling his crew. But his crew listens, and they survive. At least that's what Wikipedia says. So, it's not right. Wikipedia. Okay, when I was in high school, you couldn't use Wikipedia. Now it's like the Bible for everything but the Bible. So, anyways, there's a second example. Okay, and that's Jason the Argonaut. He had to sail by. He didn't choose to sail by. He had to sail by. So Jason the Argonaut, he did this, which is a lot different than the way Odysseus approached it. Odysseus approached it thinking that this song was so beautiful he had to have it, and that it was something that he so desperately wanted to get. Jason the Argonaut said, you know what? When we go by the sirens, I'm going to invite the greatest, the most beautiful lyrist. Is that the way you say it? Lyrist? It was a lyre player, kind of like a harp. Okay? This person that made this most beautiful music. And when we go by the sirens, I'm not going to tie myself down. I'm not going to put wax in my sailor's ear, or wax in the ears of my crew. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a more beautiful noise than the sirens. Okay? So that when I hear the sirens' noise, it means nothing to me. Because I have such a more beautiful noise in my ear. And when he went by, he had no desire to go closer. He sailed right on by. Do you see the difference of the two? Is that making sense? One person thought that this noise was was everything that it was. But really that noise led to what? Death. Right? And one person said,